Okay guys, so if you're like me and you watch a lot of food videos online, there is a Korean brand called Yummy Katsu that has over 100 locations in Korea. They're known for their Korean style katsu, and I am super excited to see that they've opened their first America location here in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta in the heart of Swannies. In this video, I'm going to be trying the katsu Korean style, introducing this to you guys, making sure that you understand the difference between Korean katsu and Japanese katsu, and why these guys are so busy and opening more and more locations. Even with this first location, they will be opening 2 more locations in Georgia very, very soon, one in Duluth, so prepare for that. And we are really excited to have them here in America. So if you don't know katsu, if you love katsu, if you want to know what you need to try when you're coming by a Yummy Katsu location, you might want to stick around because we are going to be trying the best things to eat at Yummy Katsu. Okay guys, so I am here at Yummy Katsu, finally got seated, and we are going to be trying some of the top things on their menu. So from what I'm hearing, the top 4 things that you definitely want to try when you come here is going to be the King Katsu. King Katsu is a traditional katsu, really popular in Korea. It is thin, it is large, and it is something that most people know. If you're older and you're Korean and you grew up in Korea, you're gonna know what the King tonkatsu is. So that is like the #1 thing that's going out the door. Now, besides that, there's curry katsu. I know people have already asked me, like, will there be curry? Yes, there is. So there is a dark curry katsu that is delicious looking. I've seen it coming out the kitchen. And there's also Yummy Katsu, which is their typical katsu, pork katsu that comes, you know, I guess that's their brand name dish, is a Yummy Katsu. And there's a cheese katsu. So I didn't know it was just like legit cheese, but it's a full-blown like cheese katsu. So we're gonna be trying all 4 of those. Pray for my gut. I hope I can handle all of this. Luckily, I have some friends coming, Kwara Musa, to help me with this, and we're gonna dive right in. Now, some people do ask, like, what is the difference between like Japanese tonkatsu and Korean tonkatsu? Because normally when you think about katsu, it's a Japanese term. So Korea has taken on their own version of katsu. It's not as thick as a Japanese version. It's normally thinner and more big. So when you go to more Korean cafes, you're gonna get a katsu that's larger and thinner. When you go to Japan and you're looking for a katsu, you're gonna have something that's thicker and smaller. So that's the best way I can explain the difference. And if you wanna talk about large, you wanna try the King Katsu, which is a really popular traditional Korean style katsu, which is very thin, but very, very large. So we're gonna be seeing one of those pretty soon. All right, guys, so this is, to me, the #1 go-to if you're going to be here and you don't know, if you're like me, you're undecisive, and you're like, I don't know what to order. This is the actual like assorted. The assorted comes with a cheese katsu, which is here. I'm gonna try this first. What do I dip this in? Musa, do you have any idea?
Here. So this is just the soup. You can dip it either this or this. This one is the topping to eat with and the rice.
We'll try this. Dipping action. I'm not sure what the sauce is, so wish me luck. It's like a Korean mozzarella stick.
Is it cheesy? Lactose intolerant.
Okay, what I didn't know about this is that it's not just cheese.
It's not cheese?
Nope, the middle of it is cheese, but it's surrounded by pork.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's pretty, woo. That's an added bonus. Okay, that was delicious. Quite, you gotta try the cheese. Now, what their signature is a Yumee Katsu. Yumee Katsu is basically a traditional Japanese style katsu. It's going to be thicker, juicier, smaller than the King Katsu, which we're gonna get to later. So I'm gonna try the white sauce with this one. just to see like what that tastes like.
Spicy.
No, it's like a mayo base, almost like a tartar sauce. The banchan they give you includes kimchi, some radishes, and these two sauces. You always get rice, and you get a small soup. I'm not sure what kind of soup this is. It's a spicy miso. So lastly, we're gonna try the shrimp katsu. Here we go. Whoa. I guess that's why they gave us tartar sauce for the shrimp. Good. It's crispy. It's delicious. I love it. I love how it goes with the sauce. There is some wasabi. I'm not touching that. I'll leave that for Musa. I don't know what kind of dressing they're putting in this cabbage salad, but
Coleslaw.
it's like a sloth. Okay, so I was just told that this is just a tonkatsu sauce. There's a different sauce that's going to come with the king katsu, which is going to be the king. I'll just call this the king katsu sauce for now until we can get the name of it. Should I try the rice? I'll just leave the rice alone. I need to stay thin. All right, so let's move on. Now, if you come here and you want to try the signature dish, it's going to be the Yumee Katsu, but those different versions of the Yumee Katsu, we're going to be trying a curry version, and we're going to be trying Musa's going to be trying a topoki version, which is spicy. So, yes. All right, so I'm gonna be trying this one first, which is a curry katsu. Look at that, just delicious. Delicious. Isn't that delicious? So you have half the dish being rice, the other half the dish being like a katsu, rice. Half the dish is rice, half the dish is curry. The katsu is like in the middle, dividing everything. So, goodness, why can't I say that? All right. So we have the katsu. We're gonna drown it in curry.
Rice.
I guess I'll get some rice.
This is good.
What are you trying to say? Oh, yes. Oof. There you go. Mm. Mm. Wow. Wow.
Is it good?
That was really good. Man, makes me miss Okinawa.
How is it compared to the katsu?
Doesn't compare. They don't have curry. So this one is really good. I love the taste of the curry. I can eat this curry all day. Oh yeah, all day. The curry is making the katsu, or is the katsu making the curry? Oh, that's too down. That's too low. Hooey. I got shadow eyes. Okay, so is the katsu making the curry, or is the curry making the katsu? Okay, I got to do one more bite, just because that one may have been a trick. Okay. So, again, curry, katsu. I dare say that this is my favorite one. This is the king katsu. King katsu is very traditional. In the 1960s, 70s, this was like a very popular katsu in Japan. So if you see older people in the restaurant, most likely they're getting king katsu for nostalgic reasons, because most likely their parents made them katsu this way. So here we go, saucing. Oh, okay, nothing over that. Sauce. Now that it's sauced, we're going, well, but now that we've sauced this thing, it's time to cut it with this butter knife. Oh, I guess we're gonna butter this thing to death.
Sure, give it a scissor.
Why a butter knife? And Yumee Katsu. So the difference between this and the Yumee Katsu, it's thinner, but it's so much more crispier. It's like a layer, like it's like, you better be careful, you're breaking tooth. But it's really, really crispy. All right, so I don't know which version I like the best. The Yumee Katsu is thicker, juicier. This is thinner and crispier. I like the crispy, so I'm more leaning towards this one. So you guys let me know what you think if you've tried this before.
How about the sauce?
What sauce?
Which sauce you like better?
Now, sauce-wise, because this is a creamier sauce, it's not as tangy as the usual katsu sauce, which is vinegar-based. This one is more of like a cream-based sauce. So I do like this sauce because it's more subtle. It doesn't overpower the katsu taste. So, yeah. Beyond this, they have noodles, they have curry with topoki. So we're gonna have Musa talk about those because I don't want to die. So Musa is next.
Hi everyone, today I'm trying the spicy topoki with the Yumee Katsu, which is their specialty. And they have an egg right here as well. Look at how good is it. Okay. This is the topoki. Ah! The topoki is still alive. It's jumping. Nate, you're right. You don't eat the topoki. It's spicy.
Really? How spicy?
Right away. Try it.
She's saving my life.
Yesterday, we eat Indian food. It slowly seep in. But this type of spicy, it's like, it's kick you right away. I love spicy food. So we don't have any sauce for this one. So we have the
topoki sauce, I guess that's soup. Spicy soup.
yeah, we have the spicy soup. We have the salad, and I guess there's no sauce except for the spicy sauce. Okay, I'm saving Nate right now. The Yumee Katsu is really good. It's soft. So I have braces right now. So a lot of time I will have difficulty in like chewing things and then eating like hard surface things. So I'm really afraid when I try the katsu. But surprisingly, it's so soft that I don't realize that I have braces anymore. Oh, and I love that they have a lot of the crispy thing. This one is really good when you eat with topoki. I like it. I think it's because I like spicy, but if you don't like spicy, please don't try it. It is spicy. The soup is good. So the soup, it's supposed to heal you from the spiciness, but it's also spicy. But I love spicy food, so this is good.
This is great for me. But for Qua and Nate, they good if they eat this. Soba noodle. I'm really into Korean cold noodle. I eat it during winter as well because it's just refreshing that you in a place where there's like the heat turn on and then you have like a bowl of like cold soup. Oh, yeah, so good.
So you.
I'll just mix a little bit. They have some seaweed on top as well. All right, let's try the soup first.
No, come on, go ahead. I'm good. I'm good. Here's you.
It's cold. It's refreshing. And right now it's still summer. It's like fall, but also it's very hot. So you would love a cold bowl of soba noodle. Usually when I eat Korean cold noodle, I'll eat the version that like the transparent noodle, which is very chewy. This is my first time trying the Korean cold soba noodle, and the soba noodle surprisingly is really good because usually I don't really like soba, but this soba is chewy. The soba noodle is really good. I love it. Better than the soba that I make at home. Very flavorful, the soup. So Khoa just grabbed from the fridge. So cacao friend is super popular in Korea. Like their merch is everywhere. I didn't know that they have the apple smoothie and the peach smoothie. I think this is supposed to be for kids, but I love cute things, so I'm just gonna try it. Yeah, it is like this is cute things for kid who doesn't want to drink like healthy like smoothie.
Oh yeah, sure.
Peach smoothie.
Oh,
It's really good. So in Vietnam, we have a similar peach juice, and it tastes exactly like this. It's good. It's really good. Like kids definitely love this, and even for me, adult, I could love this as well.
You used to talk about the cute little drinks. Mine's look pretty angry. Look at that face. He's like, I don't want to be here.
I don't want you to drink.
No, don't take off my head. Okay. When eating or drinking like a child, you must act childlike. Wow. 18% apple juice, 12% mandarin orange.
Just a smoothie, right? Just like drink.
Yeah, they're calling it a smoothie, but it's a very thick drink.
Yeah.
Not as thick as a smoothie, not as light as a juice. It's like in between. Doesn't belong anywhere. Poor guys. Now, if you want to try these guys, you can come here from 11 till 9 o'clock any weekday, and they are closed between 4 and 5. So do not come between 4 and 5. They will be closed, but they open for dinner at 5 o'clock. So same with the weekends, they open at 11 till 9. There are no breaks with this company, so they do close on Mondays at 4 o'clock. So if you come on Monday for dinner, they will not be open, but they are open for lunch from 11 till 4 o'clock. Okay, guys, so that was amazing. I do love all of the katsus that we have tried. If you want to stop by this place and try them out, you definitely need to come and meet us here at our next meetup event, link below. But definitely come to Swanee, check them out. If you're in Duluth, their new location opening up in Duluth, the soft opening on the 25th. So definitely check them out, show them some love, and we'll talk to you guys later.